Good morning, guys, and welcome to Southern Cross once again. So this is Saturday morning, July 23rd, and I'm about to do something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, which is cross the lake. So right now we're at the Whitby Yacht Club, and I'm taking part in a club cruise / pursuit race that will take us straight across the lake to Tuscarora Yacht Club, which is in Wilson, New York. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this alone, so single-handed, and it is a race, so I want to make sure I don't have a fast boat, but I want to at least be competitive, I guess. So what do I do to prepare myself for this? Well, the first thing you do before you're ever going to go out on your own on your boat is you want to know the conditions. And I've been watching these conditions like a hawk all week. It looks like it's going to be pretty sporty out there, probably a good 15 knots all day long. Now, unfortunately, if the predictions are right, the wind might be coming from about anywhere between 215 and 220 degrees, and I need to be going 172. So there's not a huge margin of error. This boat, close hauled, is 40 degrees off the wind, and I've got probably 5 degrees, maybe up to 10 degrees, depending how favorable Neptune is, of wind shift in order to stay close hauled 431 nautical miles. So it's going to be a beat all day, but at least it'll be one tack, because the wind's supposed to kind of stay from that southwesterly direction all day. So that's good. As a single-hander, not having to make a bunch of tacks makes my life a lot easier, although this boat is well set up for single-handing. The other thing you always have to plan for when you are single-handing is how do you get off the dock. And the biggest consideration there, at least here, is wind direction. We don't have much current here to deal with. That would be another consideration. Since it's coming out of the southwest, that's actually going to be very helpful for me, because it's pushing me onto my finger and off of my neighbor, so that's good. I don't have to worry about hitting anyone, and it'll help me point the bow down the fairway, and out I go. So I'm not stressed about this departure at all. Single-handed, that should be an absolute piece of cake. I do it all the time. Other than that, it's just trying to stay focused by yourself for 6.5 hours, keeping the trim of the sails good, and making sure that everything is safe. Now I've got the first reef in the main ready to go, because some of the wind models say that it might be gusting up to 20 plus knots, with gusts closer to 30, which is pretty sporty. This boat can stand up to the wind up to 20 knots full sail, but that's like rails in the water. And I've got all sorts of gear on here because I'm planning on spending the weekend there, so I don't want to take the time it takes to stow everything away to be that sporty. So I'll go out to the race mark, to the start mark, under full sail, and see how that feels. And if I like that, I'll stick with it, and if not, I'll reef the main before the start of the race. So that's it. I've got a bunch of work here to do to get the boat ready. It is probably just about, it's 20 to 8. Skipper's meeting is at 8:30, so I've got to get myself organized here and get ready to go. So see you soon out on the lake. Cheers. And we're off. Okay. you later, suckers. Okay, so here we go, safely off the dock. That was good. Got a line of boats with us heading out. Had the camera in the wrong position there, but so all the fenders are up before we leave the harbor. That's the seaman-like thing to do. Boat looks in good shape. I got my life jacket ready. I'll put that on here in a minute. Just so dang hot. Yeah, let's head out to the start. Okay, so just heading out to the mark. Got the boat mostly set up. It's there's a lot more wave action out here than I was expecting. And it's kind of right on the nose right now. So working the motor pretty hard, but just going 3.8 knots because we're bashing into it. Heard a report that out in the middle of the lake there was a guy who left a bit early, didn't want to participate in the race, wanted to make sure he got there. So he's about 10 miles out, and he says that the wind's coming right out of the south, which is not ideal. So there's the start for somebody. I've got about 15 minutes before my official start. I gotta get this. Okay, so still coming up to the start here. It is 9:09. I start at 9:15. I'm gonna be first boat because there's been a few people drop out. There may be some more people drop out with how wavy it is out here. I don't know. But yeah, I'm first boat, so I'm gonna kind of come up close to the line. Then I'm gonna let my jib out, turn the motor off, and away we go. So not a great start for your boy. My start was a minute or so ago, and I haven't even reached the start line because I am doing 0 knots. It's very strange conditions. The wind is kind of fluky. I should be doing better than I'm doing, but I don't know what the issue is. The wave action is really unfavorable. Sails are just absolutely flogging. I'm not going anywhere.
One minute to next warning.
Well, that helped. I'm still hardly moving, like 1.5 now with that adjustment to the sails. I mean, it's better than it was, but
9:20 warning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark.
And there's the next start, and you can see them behind me. They're not doing much better than I am. Really don't know what the problem is here, except for the fact that these waves are punishing. Well, I can tell you. So there, I just crossed the start line. There's the committee boat. I'm not crossing this lake doing 1.6 knots. I tell you, this better improve. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't want to motor across the whole lake. That seems lame, especially when it's supposed to be good wind. We'll see. Hopefully, it improves. You know, this is not what I had in mind for today. I thought this was going to be absolutely screaming, hard on, but we are just getting absolutely flogged here. Sails aren't happy. The waves are against us. The wind is extremely fluky. I did not expect this. It is supposed to build, so I'm gonna stick it out. But holy cow, I'm doing 0.5. Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark.
That's for Vela built. He's at least close to the line, better than I did. Oh baby, 1.2. There's my breeze. Oh, 1.8. Oh my goodness. Got a little excited there. 2.4. Here's the wind. I can feel it. You know what's going to happen too, right? In about 15 minutes, I'm going to have way more wind than I can handle.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
There we go. 3 knots. Okay.
2, 1.
Okay. 4 knots. Oh my god. Maybe not 10 minutes. Woo. Now, of course, with this wind building now, the advantage I got by starting first, because I'm the slowest boat, is completely wiped away. A, because I wasn't at the start line at my start time, and B, because I couldn't make any ground for the first 15 minutes anyway, because there was no wind. Now, of course, the wind builds just as everyone else is coming up to the start, so, oh well, that's sailing, I guess. So the camera never does the wave actions justice, but you can maybe see here how the nose gets buried in some of these waves and give you an idea of what we're bashing into. There we go. Woo! So yeah, if it's going to be 6 hours of this, I'm going to be tired. Sail is streaming, for the most part, happy. They have to tweak that a bit. Okay, 10:09, almost an hour from my terrible start. I'm pretty hard on the wind right now. I'm basically as close home as I can get. I am averaging, well, I'm doing about 4 knots. Sometimes up to 5, sometimes below. So it depends on, every time I hit a wave, I slow down to like 3.5. My time to destination fluctuates between, I'll get there at 3:48 to 5:30. So we have a dinner reservation at 5:30, I better be there for that. So far the fleet is still well behind me, so maybe that this wind that I'm in right now did not arrive at the start line like I feared. So that's cool. I have no doubt that in the next 5 hours, someone's going to catch me. There are much faster boats in the fleet than this. But anyway, having fun. Okay, sit rep. 2 hours since the start of the race, and I'm still nominally in the lead, but there's a boat coming up on my rear here, which he's pointing higher than I am. So I will have to tack across him at some point and give up all the, or what little and diminishing lead I have right now. The wave action has calmed down a little bit, mercifully. It's still a little bumpy out here, but that's okay. My speed is, let's see, 4.5, but I'm pointing away from my target. I'm still hard on the wind. So I'm gonna stay on this tack for as long as I can. I mean, I've still got a good 4 hours minimum left to go. So I figure maybe another 2 hours here, and then I'll tack across it, and then one more tack to bring me home. But very, very grateful that the wave action calmed down, because I was slamming and stuff down below was flying everywhere. Made a mess. Been messing around with this main. The tailtails are flying good. I keep getting a bubble right at the very front. The jib is backwinding the main. My Cunningham is terrible, so I can't get the left the sail tighter than that. So anyway, onwards and upwards. Okay, so it is just 11:37. Not that long since I talked to you last, but the wind is definitely clocked. We're pointing far to east now. So what I'm going to try is I'm going to try a tack and make some westerly, maybe for about, I don't know, 20 minutes to half an hour. See how much that gets me. If that gets me over the waypoint line, I might actually go. I want to put some distance. I want to be west of the track because the wind keeps shifting. So I'll put this tack on and we'll go west for a little bit and see what that looks like. All right. So center the boom. Pretty much centered already. Just let this thing fall off. Everybody ready about? Okay, here we go. Ah, shit. Injury, but my finger line got caught in between the shrouds. That really hurt. Okay, now everything goes flying to the other side, of course. That is a much faster point of sail. Holy cow, 6.8. Okay, we'll stay on this for a bit and see how we do. Okay, so still heading west. That's just steaming along here at basically 30 degrees of heel, doing 7.4 right now, 7.1. So I'm gonna stay on this until I get over that way line, and then head south again. But 8 knots, wow, this is fast. I'm giving her all she got, Captain. My competitors have blown by me. I've given up position, but they're heading more east of the target. So I'm hoping they're going to have to tack at some point. Maybe they thought I went too soon. I don't know. That's sailing, right? You never know. But I wanted to give myself as long of a run on that good point of sail as I could for VMG. I don't know, maybe that's wrong. But this is wild out here right now. Everything is flying around, stuff breaking. I almost cut my finger off. Ooh. Yeah, a couple more minutes and I'll be on that line. I don't even know if, once I hit that line, I don't know whether I can maintain it or not. I may still have to point more to the east. Whew, that was a big wave. And then do another tack, which would suck. But if I have to do another tack, I'm gonna wait until I'm closer to the south shore of the lake and maybe tack right across the finish line on a port tack. Okay, so I'm back on my my way line, so I'm going to do a tack here and we'll see if we can hold. In another note, this is the farthest out in the lake I've ever been, so that's kind of cool. My depth sounder is just reading dash dash because it's too deep, so that's cool. Anyway, here we go. Let's see if I can not chop my finger off this time. Doing everything at 30 degrees of heel is harder. Okay, here we go. Now, I can never figure out is, why is a boat faster on one tack than another? It just does not like this as much. Oh well. Okay, so situation report. It is now 12:18, so just over 3 hours since the start. I don't know if you can pick this up, but I have made it to the line, and now I'm falling off from it yet again. So this definitely will be another tack. The wind is just too far south, which is the direction I want to go. Well, that's sailing, I guess. You gotta account for the wind and tack your way to where you want to go. I'm only doing 4.9, whereas on the other point of sail, which I guess was more off the wind, I was doing 7. So I guess just 4 4.5 to 5 is about what this boat will do, kind of hard on the wind. The sails look okay. Not super happy in the front, but good enough. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I think it's time to eat a sandwich, have some lunch, and relax. Hey, there you are, sit rep. It is 20 after 1, so 4 hours from the start. I am about to cross an international border at sea, which is kind of cool. Never been this far out. Depth sounder still messed, but I don't know, the lake should be around 480 feet here. I can see I've caught up in line with some of my competitors. I can see a boat back there. He's on attack, trying to get back towards the way line. I'm going to do that as soon as I hit the border here, or maybe even now. Yeah, how about now? I'm going to throw in attack, work my way back towards the way line. It's let's see here, what do I got? Got about 2.7 nautical miles to get back to the course. This time I might actually go past the line and be a little more patient, and then see if I can get in with one more attack. There's still, gosh, after that, still 15 nautical miles. So there's lots of race course left. But everything's happy. I lost some Dorade vent. What else is new? There's another $100. But yeah, let's throw an attack and see how she looks. Everybody ready? All right, let's go. No. What are you doing? Ah. Fuck. Come on. Go through. All the way. Come on, baby. Keep turning. You can do it. Yeah. Keep going. Hard. Hard. Holy cow. Professional race driver here. All right, let's make some westing now. So I'm back on this port tack. Before I was wondering why it was so much faster, and I was just looking at my GPS, and it isn't faster. It's just the speed log is showing it as faster, and I think that's because I'm more into the waves here. So there's the wave action spinning the wheel, plus my boat action through the water spinning the wheel shows a speed of 7 knots. When satellite over ground, I'm doing 5.2, which is essentially the same as on the other tack. So that's that mystery solved. Okay, sit rep, it is 2:15, so that puts me at 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 5 hours. 5 hours, folks. Still chugging along. I've got just over 14 nautical miles left to go because I did a tack to make some westerly. I'm almost holding the line I need to be on, which is exciting because I might only have to do one small more tack. The wind has picked up considerably, starting to develop white caps out here. So the slamming continues. In an ideal world, I think I should have been there at 3:30, but it's probably going to be more like 5 o'clock, just because of well,
terrible start and all this extra tacking that I've had to do. Haven't been able to take a straight line. But whatever. Could be somewhere a lot worse than this. Okay, so 3:15, full 6 hours now, and getting close. We are 8.6 nautical miles away. There's been some chatter amongst all the club racers, and everyone seems to be arriving around the same time, which for a pursuit race is ideal. That's what's supposed to happen. So that's good news. Everyone seems to be safe. There were a few unfortunate retirements just because I guess they didn't appreciate the bashing, which I can understand. So anyway, yeah, probably an hour 45 for me, and I'll be in. Looking forward to it. Okay, so we are very close, 1 nautical mile out from the mark, I think. Didn't turn the GoPro on because I can't, because the wind decided to pick up to 20 knots for the finale. It's banana lands out here right now. What a finish. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with. Okay, see you in the harbor, hopefully. That was crazy bananas. Oh, what a finish, my God. Have to get the fenders out here and figure out all that stuff now. Great. Oh my God. What a day. Oh, fuck. Oh. Try and put these on. Maybe when I get into the harbor. Wow. Cuckoo bananas. That was a proper adventure. Had that real lull there. Maybe the last, from mile 15 to mile 7 was very, very nice. And then from mile 7 to here, cuckoo bananas. All right, now Tuscarora Yacht Club. Let's see what you got to offer. Hopefully I can find my way around. From utter insanity to utter serenity. What a difference a harbor makes. Thanks for coming along.
So yeah, we made it in first place. It was a heck of a ride in, 30 degrees gusting. It was nuts. Had to make a few tacks to get across, which was unplanned for, but whatever. You win, you win. And of course, everyone had to get together to celebrate my tremendous victory. Just kidding, it is a club cruise. Tuscarora was great, do recommend. Okay guys, it is early morning on Monday. I've stayed in Tuscarora for the whole weekend, plus a day obviously. Got socked in with a bit of bad weather yesterday, didn't want to leave, so stayed an extra night. All good, it's beautiful here, totally recommend. So, let's get the boat organized and head back. It's going to be very windy again, so more adventures. Okay, so back out on the water here just after 6:30. It's about, I'd say, 12 to 15 knots of breeze. Surprise! Bashing into it. So we got the bash all the way here, and I guess we're gonna bash all the way home. C'est la vie. Gonna put the head sail out here soon. Just running the motor a little bit because I wore my batteries down quite a lot, even though I was on short power. My little charger can't keep up with the demand, I guess. Anyway, this isn't so bad. Seems quite manageable, actually. So let's get the head sail out and we'll see how that feels. Degrees of heel, I can live with that. It was that 30 degrees of heel on the way here that was less than awesome. I got one of the club boats, Sagona, which is a CNC 32 Mark II. They're just ahead of me here. Now they're obviously a bigger boat and faster, so you know what that means. Gotta catch them. Maybe. I have to imagine they're not going to be pushing too hard. Anyway, it says 7 knots. I don't believe that. 8 knots. I don't believe that either. Let's see. 6.6, 6.2. Okay. Woo! We're gonna scream across, I guess. I don't mind that. Get home on time. Oh my god. Had these visions of when I was just staying on the north shore of the lake sailing, that if you went out far enough in this lake you would lose sight of lands on all sides and have that sort of ocean experience. But I can still see Toronto's skyline plain as day, and I'm just out of the harbor here in Wilson. So there's no illusions. I mean, it's far away and I can only see the tops of the tallest skyscrapers, but still. Oh well, one day we'll get to that ocean. I'm essentially backwinding the main just to try and stay below 15 degrees of heel, but not working for me yet. And I'm still, even with the main flogging, I'm still doing 7 knots, or at least that's what the speed log says. So make that 6 something, which is ridiculous. Yeah, 6.3. Yeah. One thing I wish I had a bigger boat for, and even if it didn't give me any more interior space at all,
just a few more feet off the back so I could have a proper seat back here instead of sitting on this coaming top. That would be nice. God, I wouldn't want to do any serious long distance cruising in this boat in these sort of conditions anyways. Supposed to show just how much this boat is driven by the head sail, because with the mainsail looking like absolute garbage, we are just trucking. It's kind of unbelievable. And I think that if I put that mainsail on tight and got a nice aerofoil on it, it would just make me heel more and really not give me any more speed, because I'm doing hull speed. And it's not a race. It's just the delivery home. It did feel good to win that race though. And trust me, I let everybody know it all weekend long. Just teasing, it's just for fun. Yeah, I'm back to almost 25 degrees of heel again. Although the wind may have clocked a little bit, the vane looks a little happier. They keep falling off. Predict Wind said that the wind is supposed to clock and then, or maybe that's back. Anti-clockwise is backing? I don't know. You tell me in the comments. The wind is supposed to move southwest midday-ish, and of course increase to 17 to 20 knots. I'm hoping, and that's more middle to southern part of the lake, so with any luck here I'll be at least past halfway by the time that nonsense starts. I was just looking forward to a nice cruise home. Got all the insanity I needed on the race to get here. Okay, so situation update. I've been on the water now probably about just under 2.5 hours. Maybe done 12 miles, not sure. I thought the wind was gonna back to give me more of a beam reach, but the opposite seems to be happening, of course. So I'm not able to point quite as directly at my target as I was. But still not too bad. Still a good breeze. Lots of whitecaps out here. I'm getting lots of spray in the cockpit, so that's fun. I still have Sagona off my starboard side. I'd say they got to be a good, I don't know, 2 miles off my starboard beam. And I got a boat from the club behind me. I don't know what it is. I think it might be Moon Shadow. He may be very slowly gaining on me. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I thought I'd have more of a beam reach, but I'm pinching again as tight as I can. 5 knots, and we should be going a lot faster, but because I'm pinched so high and bashing into these waves, I just can't maintain good speed. And now I'm about 10 or 15 degrees off of where I want to be. The boat feels a lot more comfortable now, though. I'm only 15 degrees of heel. For probably the last hour, I was between 25 and 30 degrees of heel constant. So the wind may be letting up, or maybe it's just because I'm pinched too high. Lovely day though. I've lost 20 degrees because of the wind becoming more to the north. That's so annoying. I wanted to do this whole thing on one tack, but that might not happen. I've also been trying to hand steer for the most part today, sitting on the high side. I've got the compass face to me and I'm looking at the, I don't know what you call it. There's a white line that I can see from this side that helps me orientate because I can't see the actual, my actual direction. Never done that before. I'm normally not leaned over this much, so I don't need to be here for comfort, but today I definitely do. Don't see any other sails behind me, so I'm not sure whether the other two sailboats, maybe they haven't left yet, taking a relaxing morning. I did message everyone saying that there was whitecaps out here, so maybe they took that and thought, you know what, maybe later. Well, hopefully I get a wind shift at some point and it backs on me so I can start pointing at my target again. But I'm doing good speed like this and I'm heading northish, so I'm just going to ride this for as long as I can. Okay, so update, it is just after 10. The wind did back for me, so I'm making my way back to the track line. And then once I get back on the track line, I'll be able to crack the sails off a bit and go on more of a bead reach, hopefully. I'm still dealing with, you know, 30 plus degrees of heel, which is not super ideal. And I have a tremendous amount of weather helm. But I just want to get back to the line and then I can take it easy, I hope. But the wind has stayed steady, strong all day. The wind caps, or the white caps rather, are still here. Although, mercifully, the size of the waves have gone down. The closer I get to the North Shore, the less wave action there will be because there's just less fetch for the waves to develop. So that's good. But the wind is, I'd say it's increasing right now for sure. Increasing and backing. So we're just absolutely trucking along. Got like 6 knots. I'll take going 6 knots all day long, every day. As you can see, still slamming a little bit, but it's not as nearly as bad as it was. Okay, so it's almost 11, so almost 4.5 hours from when I left. The wind is very strong now. I am definitely overpowered, so I think I've got 9.9 nautical miles to get in. But I don't have, my reefing line came out of the back of my sail, so I can't reef the main. So I may just roll in the Genoa now and turn the motor on. Then I'll motor sail with the main alone. It's just, I don't know, the waves are picking up again, even though I'm now even closer to the North Shore. That just shows you how strong the wind is. It's got to be sustained 20 knots right now. Really fighting the boat again. I'm sailing a good line though. Happy about that. But, you know, 30 to 40 degrees of heel is just, it's not fast. I'm just being overpowered. Although it's like as soon as I say that, kind of drops down for a bit. I drop back to maybe 20 degrees of heel. The boat feels good actually. Yeah, these CNC 30s are definitely medium to heavy air boats. There's no question about it. Because that boat behind me has been about the same distance since I left. And most of the, like, I'm the slowest boat in the fleet that race, so the fact that he wasn't able to catch me in these heavy winds just show you how good these boats are in heavy winds. So stiff, so stable. Keeps me from making dumb mistakes. Right after I said I might motor sail, the wind kind of cooled off a little bit, settled down. The boat feels really nice right now. I'm just cruising, so keep the noisemaker off and we'll just bring her on home. Probably have, let's see, 8 miles to go. Starting to do too much at once. Yeah, still averaging about 5.5 to 6 knots, depending. Again, super happy with that. I wish it was 8 knots like that speed log says, but can't have everything. And the waves are still here, but now the winds died down. They're not quite as aggressive. But I did look at the weather buoy, and at 10 o'clock there it was showing 21.4 gusting to 27.2. So yeah, probably shouldn't have full sails out in those conditions, but whatever. And for 11 o'clock, yeah, see, it's cooled down to 15.5, gusting to 20. So that's a lot more manageable. In the home stretch now, about 4 miles left to go. The wind is probably still steady 15 knots, but I'm definitely close enough to the shore now. The sea state has really flattened out, and that's helping me do a sustained 6 knots of boat speed, which is very nice. Nice way to finish the day after pounding for 5 hours straight. So yeah, thanks for coming along and joining me on the sail. Hope you liked it. I sure had a good time. Hopefully you get inspired to go out and have an adventure of your own. Cheers. So just when I thought the adventure was all done, Neptune throws me one more. I cannot start the motor. So, luckily there are people at the club. I've messaged them to let them know. I've furled in the Genoa and I've put the fenders out, and I got main only right now. So the plan is I'm going to sail into the harbor and drop the main, and then hopefully someone can tow me to the dock. Bloody hell. There's always something.
So I've never had my motor not start like that, but thankfully the good members of Whitby Yacht Club came out and gave me a tow, which was much appreciated. They even helped me get the motor going again, so huge thanks to Rob and Sean, Eddie, and Bruce for all your help. You guys are the best. Thanks for coming along. Like and subscribe and blah, blah, blah.